Everyone, so as you know, sleep is really important. So do you get enough sleep every day? How are you sleeping? Do you snore? Do you have sleep apnea? Those sort of things which are always in your mind. Well, actually there's an app that's actually really good. So I've been using this app since, I think it's from 2016. We'll have a look at the data. It really does help you analyze your sleep and see what's happening. So this is the front screen, and you can see here that you've got a time which you select, which is your wake up time, and then there's three modes. The first mode is with a window, and you can wake up easily between, say for here, 6:30 to 7 o'clock. And it will, based on your sleep pattern, determine what's the best time to start the alarm to wake you up. So what it does is it does a gradual wake up so that you don't feel shocked and groggy when you get up. So it will automatically determine this between the phase that you provide it. So I've given it a window of 30 minutes to wake me up, approximately 30 minutes earlier if it needs to, but 7 o'clock is the latest time to wake up. The next screen is no wake up window, so it will go off at exactly 7 o'clock. So that way it will do its alarm, whatever the sound is, and that's it. The final one is no alarm. So if you don't want an alarm, then this will do all the analysis, but just won't wake you up. You'll wake up naturally, whatever time that you will. So all you do is just click the start, and then you've got some notes. So these I've just put in myself, and it's got some default notes. So for example, if you want to understand the impact of a night of drinking, you can just put in you drank some alcohol, and then you can correlate some data with the how you sleep. So once it started, you just put it face down on your bed next to your pillow, and it does the rest. Okay, so here's an example, and you can see that I've got some data for a full week here. It's telling me that my quality of sleep is 56%, 5 hours 45 in bed, and asleep for 5 hours and 18. A little summary there it likes to give you, last week average time in bed was 6 hours and 8 minutes. Time asleep was on average 5 hours 7 minutes, so that calculates to give me a sleep efficiency of 83%. Now I don't know how they do the calculation, it's behind the scenes, so it's you can look that up. All right, if I scroll down here, so if I click on the top right, I've got a weekly summary, and my weekly summary tells me that 6 hours 33 in bed, regularity is 90%, it's down from last week. Efficiency is up, it's 79%, and you can see in the chart there what time I've been going to bed, what time I've been waking up, on which day, the amount of sleep, and whether I wake up through the night. If I scroll down a little bit here, you can compare, so your time in bed compared to others in, for example, the rest of the world. I don't know what's the best one to use, but I'll just stick with the UK. So here is what it's telling me is that on average my time in bed is 6:33, and this is plus 11 minutes difference to the week before, and the average time spent in bed was 7 hours 48 for the average person in the UK. So I'm sleeping less than everyone else. Regularity, so how regular you're sleeping. So this was 90%, -4 difference in percentage points compared to the week before and compared to UK, blah 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 blah. So you can see lots of that sort of information. So you got efficiency, how efficient your sleep is. Right, so back at the menu, and you can see the sleep cycle there. You can see when you go to bed, when you're awake, when you actually go into your deep sleep, when you go into your REM sleep. The red line that you can see there is actually my pulse rate, and that's using the Apple Watch. So that can then tell you, if there's anything related to pulse, what your resting pulse rate is when you're asleep, etc. One good thing is that it actually tells you you were asleep after how many minutes. So if it's a restless night, how long it took you to sleep. That's good information. Whether you did exercise before on the day in terms of number of steps. It also records sound through the night, so it can record your snoring or coughing or sleep talking. Let's see if we can find something a little bit more embarrassing. Bit of snoring. There you go, there's evidence. Do you snore? No, I don't snore. You have evidence now. Let's do a louder one. Not bad. Okay, statistics. You've got your daily summaries, weekly summaries, time in bed, sleep. So it gives you lots of insight into how you've been sleeping. So if you're feeling groggy the next day and things like that, if there's a trend, then this app can help you understand what's going wrong. So if you're constantly feeling tired when you wake up, well, how have you been sleeping? I don't know. So actually the app can help you with that information. It can do days, weeks, months, and all your data. So here is my weekly summary, and you can actually look at that, analyze that, and see what the trend is based on what you're feeling. Months here, I've got the last 6 months, and all data. So let's see, when did I start using this app? 2016. So I've got quite a few years of data, and you can analyze your trends through the years, whether your quality of sleep is improving, regularity is improving, and things like that. In terms of the settings, you can set your wake up phase, as I mentioned. For me, it's 30 minutes. If you pay for the premium, then you get a lot more tools. You can add your notes. When you wake up, you can add how you feel immediately. Then you can trend your data more efficiently. You can have a home kit associated. So if, for example, you've got the Philips lights, it can automatically switch off lights for you and things like that. In terms of the alarm, it can detect motion. Just set it to the default using the microphone because it's based on sound. So sound detection for snoring, and you can snooze. It's got some sort of intelligent snooze. It has vibration as a backup, so if you're not waking up as you're supposed to be, then it will activate the vibration on the phone. And you can switch off the weekends if you want, and ask it to remind you about placement of the phone versus locking, etc., etc. So lots of good sort of tools to help you identify your sleep. You never know when you need data, so I do recommend putting some data onto your phone as often as possible. So for example, your blood pressure, your sleep. So as you saw, I've got sleep data there from 2016. So if you come to today and think, am I getting enough sleep? Is it better than before? Am I improving? You never know because you don't have the data. So by collecting it, then you can in future see and understand whether you are improving, by how much, and whether there's any trend or something that's influenced that. So for example, I moved from one country to another, then how do I sleep and stuff like that. So if you're really serious about your sleep, and as we know, sleep is precious. So it's a really good tool. I really recommend it, which is why I've been using it for so many years. Right, that's it for today. So if you like the video, like and subscribe, and see you next time.